Hey bombshells, it's me, your girl Hazy Baby, and I am back with another video. Today we are doing a beginner friendly fall makeup look. If you want to see how this look came out and see how it came all together and learn how to do this look, do stick around for the rest of the video and all the way to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all, and let's go ahead and get into the video.
In case nobody told you today, you're special. In case nobody made you believe you're special. Well, I will always love you the same.
Hey bombshells, it's me, your girl Hazy Baby, and I am back with another video. Today, I am giving you all a beginner-friendly, soft fall look. And not only is it beginner-friendly, it's affordable as well. I don't believe anything is over like maybe like 20, 30 bucks. So that's just a little disclaimer. So I ain't gonna talk too much. I'm gonna get right into it. So this primer I'm using is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer. It's one of my favorite primers. One of my absolute favorite primers. You don't need a whole lot. I don't know why I just pumped that many pumps. Don't need a whole lot to achieve, coverage. Okay, so now that my primer is getting tacky, this is something I used to do that I stopped doing for a long time, but now I started doing it again. Which is you take some setting powder. This right here is my chalk dust. I'm trying to get the focus. That my chalk dust crayon case powder in the color C. I take a little velour puff or whatever, or a beauty sponge. Right now I'm using my velour puff. This one is just from Shein. This ain't no special one. This ain't no, Huda Beauty. This ain't none of that. Wet it up a little bit and then take the powder and dip it in the powder. Get a nice little dip. Now you want to dust off the excess on the back of your hand. I gave it a little crazy dip, so you see a bunch of powder flying. Don't judge. And just kind of like pat that all over your face. Helps with the more like flawless application of your products, and it also helps your products to stay. I used to do this. Well, I still do it actually. When I use my blushes, I will put down a cream blush, and I'll put a powder blush on top of that, which not only brings up the pigment of both the cream blush and the powder blush, it also helps it to stay in place as well. Don't worry, I know I look crazy right now, but trust me when I tell you it's going to be worth it, and there will not be any flashback. Once the powder's on your face, you want to take a setting spray. This is my Milani Make It Last setting spray in the original one. Right there. Okay. And this kind of re-wets your face and kind of makes it moisturized. I'm going to clean my brows off camera. When I come back, we will do our makeup application. Okay. 3 phone calls and 2 child interruptions later, I've got my brows done, and now it's time for the makeup application. So what I like to do is I've been getting into like doing like a glow from within kind of look. So I do that by combining my e.l.f. Halo Glow, which we absolutely positively love, and I will take a thinner concealer because this is not a foundation. This is a skin glow, skin tint, what you want to call it. It does have a little bit of pigment, just enough. So for a little bit more coverage, I will go ahead and I'll mix a light coverage light coverage concealer. Oh god, a light coverage foundation, and that foundation I use sometimes one of those I use is the Pretty Fresh ColourPop foundation. Come on now. Halo Glow, I don't use a whole lot because I don't want like a super glow. So I will put like a line here, line there, on my chin, forehead. Come on, forehead. Oh, I guess I must be running out. And down my nose. Oh, can't just steal my velour puff? Anyway, because I put powder on the velour puff, I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge. This one is by 𝑒.l.f. I think it was like $6.99, something like that. Probably a little cheaper. I think I got it on sale for like $3, $2, something like that. But I take that and just blend it all over my face. So incredibly disrespectful. Well, say hi since you're on the camera. My cats know no boundaries, just so y'all know. So once that is all blended how I would like for it to be blended, I'll take the foundation. When I do this, I don't use a whole lot. I just take a couple of swipes, but I will do it, come back on the back of my hand and kind of let it warm up a little bit. Just warm it up, warm it up. And I will take a flat brush. This is a flat foundation brush, I believe, and it's by Real Techniques. It's the 080 0080 or 080. I don't know how you want to say it. It's that brush. I don't usually like name my brushes when I do tutorials or when I do videos, because I don't want people to think that you have to get this exact brush that I have. You can get whatever brushes work for you. If you got some brushes off Amazon, if you got some brushes from BH, it doesn't really matter, so long as they work for you. And I just kind of spread this around my face. So that's it. Once that's on there, and go ahead and blend it. Thanks to Onyx, I now have cat hair somewhere on my face. I can feel it. And right now, I'm not necessarily going for a full coverage, but if I do feel like I need just a little bit more coverage, I will take some of that excess foundation off the back of my hand that we warmed up for about a minute or two, and just kind of spread it all around in the areas that I feel like I need more coverage. So now we have our base down. It's looking good, looking full. It's looking just enough, just glowy enough. We're going to move on to concealing our under eye. I'm going to mix these two concealers. I'm going to put just a little bit of concealer under my eyes, just right here. You put it just nice little something right there under your eye, and just a little bit right there. And this is how much of this concealer I'm using right here. Boop. Just to give my under eye a little bit more coverage. You know, the Dollar Tree one does cover quite well, if I must say so myself. Taking my beauty sponge, because I can't find my velour puffs. You just want to bounce that beauty sponge, beauty blender. I know beauty blender is a brand, but whatever. Take the beauty blender and just kind of glide it across your eye. So you're attaching the dot you made on this side and the little triangle or dot you make here, and attaching them together. Again, if you feel like you need just a little bit more coverage, feel free to go back in, put a little bit more, and do it again. It's all in your preference of how you want it to look, how much you want to conceal. Okay. See the difference between this eye and this eye? That's what we want. Now, right immediately, not letting this set down, we're going to go in with some pressed powder, all over face powder, whatever, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to set immediately this under eye here. These under eye creases, we're going to set those right in place right now. This keeps those creases from forming. Oh, no, I didn't. Good thing we just started our makeup because that would be upset. I'll set those under our cleavage immediately. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to work on the other eye. Okay, so now that that's done, we are going to move on to the eyes. We're not going to do too much with the eyes. Like I said, this is a very like soft glam, maybe kind of like everyday fall look. I'm going to do a brown, very like brown smoky eye, maybe with a little bit of shimmer. So we probably going to use on like 3 shadows today. This palette is the 𝘾𝙗𝘗 Beauty Free Spirit Wild Heart palette. This was my palette that my sister bought me as a gift for my first 100 subscribers. It is one of my favorite palettes. I haven't done like an eye look in so very long, but there is a TikTok on my TikTok, not me showing how I did the eye look, but I do have an eye look that I did with this palette and how like it's super crazy pigmented. This damn palette. So I'll be having to be very careful with this palette because the pigment, let me tell you that. Before we do that, going back with our setting or baking baking powder, if you are worried about fallout on your under eyes, take some powder, of course, dust off the excess, dust on the back of your hand, do what you gotta do, and just like put it under there. Don't set it in. Don't blend it across. Just put it under your under eyes. In the same way you did your concealer. This will capture any fallout from the shadows that may happen. And that way you can just dust it away later with some face powder. And I'll show you how to do that. Take your brush. This is the crayon case brush. It is the medium blending brush. And just give it a little spritz. This helps to pick up pigments, like especially if you're using glitters. It helps a lot. Don't wet it too much, depending on what you're doing. So right here, I'm gonna go in with this like really like this chocolate brown right here. That one right there. I'm gonna just dip my little dip the toe. In there, like I said, these shadows need nobody's help with pigment. Okay, I'm trying to avoid fallout. And we are quite literally going to stamp that on our brow. I probably should have used a wider brush, but I don't want to do too much. Stamping it on until we build it up to what we like. Like I said, these shadows, if you go get these 𝘾𝙗𝘗 Beauty eyeshadows, they need no help with pigment. I'm just trying to avoid the fallout. So you do not have to wet the brush before you use this eyeshadow. But some eyeshadows you may want to, like I said, to avoid fallout. And just like I said, stay in the middle. So I have hooded eyes. So when I close my eyes or relax my eyes, I kind of like lose my shadow. So that's why I go a little bit above my crease with my shadows, so I can see kind of where I'm going with the whole thing. So just a little bit above, you got hooded eyes up there. Like that. So when you close them, you still see what you got going on. And then taking that same brush and just blending on my crease. And all I did was just relax my eyes. Okay, from there, I'm going to take another brush. Don't be afraid to use different brushes. You kind of need to in order to achieve certain looks. My next shadow, I'm going to go in with, I kind of want to just like blend that out a bit. So I'm going to use, I have no idea what the shade names are. Oh, they're on the back. Okay. Oh, let's forget that. So the shade I used the first time was Wild One. And his next shade I'm going to use is called Born Wild, which is right here, which is just this lighter, I guess you could say like coffee brown. I didn't wet my brush this time because I do want some powderiness. Woo, because we're going to blend. So keeping that circular, not taking it over too far because I don't want a dramatic look. I just want it to be nice and pretty and kind of chocolatey brown. And then just blending all across here. Like I said, just blending out that harshness. I'm just going to share this out a little bit. On this in here and up here. This is a completely different and completely clean brush. All my brushes are clean. I actually cleaned them. I was kind of shocked when I went to go because I forgot that I cleaned them. And I went to use them. I was like, oh my God, these all brushes are clean. Thank God. But yeah, this is just a BH cosmetic brush. I guess this would be like a fluffy blending brush or a domed like blending brush. It came in a set of like 20 brushes, something like that. So yeah, I'm just trying to like blend out the harshness because I want, like I said, we want it smoky, smoky, like that. And I'm blending on the shadow. As I said, I feel like it's a little harsh, so I'm blending on the shadow, on the dark shadow. And there you go. Very simple, smoky eye. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the other eye. There we go. I said I'm gonna do just a little bit of shimmer, just a little bit. You can use your finger, which is probably the best thing to do. To me personally, because of the oils in your finger, go very, very well with picking up the pigment of a shimmer. So because I have nails on, I don't think I'll be able to get it, but I'm just gonna dip my finger, rub it on in, into damn, into the jungle. Maybe it was into the jungle. And like taking that shimmer. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. And just putting it right there and just tapping it right on. Right there. See where my fingernail at? Just keep on popping it on. And boom. Shimmer. And I'm gonna take my other finger. Here is pointer. And rub it in. Angle of my finger. And we're gonna stamp it on there. I didn't count how many times I stamped. Like if I wanted to be like, if I want me to be like super specific, I didn't really count how many times I did that. I just did it until the ancestors said stop stamping you in the eye. So just listen to the ancestors and let them tell you when to stop, or until you feel like you look a little crazy and like it's time to check and see how this eyeshadow is doing. Why does one eye always come out so much better than the other one? I hate it. Now the eye look is finished. God, I hope this video doesn't be too long. If it is, I'm sorry. It is a makeup tutorial. We'll go ahead and dust up this powder. So, taking a powder brush. Where's my powder brush? Is this my powder brush? I guess it's my powder brush. It could be a powder brush. Anyway, take the powder brush, which is usually like a big fluffy brush. This one doesn't have a name. This is from that BH Cosmetic set. And I'm going to dust off this powder, but I'm going to go get me a face powder. So I can't, I said my makeup has to be organized. So I went and got my Sephora all over face powder. I don't think this is super expensive. This is one of my favorite face powders. Uh, I do apologize if it's not on the affordable side. We're gonna take it and dust that powder off. That will be considered baking. So in case it baked too long and you don't want to have any kind of flashback, that's what that's for. So from here, I currently have a cream contour bronzer. Yeah, I have this e.l.f. Halo Glow. Oh, sorry, I never gave the color. My first Halo Glow that I used, it is in the shade 5. This one's 5. This one I believe is 6. It's the more tan one. I use it kind of like as a cream bronzer when I use this. When I use the Halo Glow, and the Pretty Fresh is in dark 155 warm. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on um in the areas that I would bronze. So just take that and I'll just blend that outward. Kind of blend this part inward and on the side. Just to keep it with that kind of glow, I will use that as well. And I'm going to show y'all what I do next. Okay. Now that that is all done, I'm going to get my cream blush as well. I'm going to use this Cheek Slime blush by Freck Beauty. I got this from Sephora. I got this at the Sephora sale. So whatever regular price that it is, I can't quite remember. I got it for 20% off. It's a cream blush. You don't need a whole lot of it. I don't know why I just squeezed that much. I always tend to do that, squeeze out like way too much. So I'm just gonna tap this onto my cheeks right here with my finger. Just to give my powder blush a bit of a base, and it's gonna make this pop. Now I'm going to use my Old Faithful Milani Blossom Time Rose blush, powder blush. And if I can get this open, as you can see, my little flower. I've had this blush so damn long. Just switch it around with an angled blush brush and I just tap it on top. And there we go. We are going to now move on to bronzer. Taking my infallible 24-hour fresh wear bronzer by L'Oreal. That girl, that girl. This color, I don't know what the color is. That's crazy. Anyway, this is what I'm using. The infallible bronzer. And I'm going to take this flat top elf brush. Yes, the flat top elf brush. This is a contouring. Oh, ironically, it's a contouring brush. And I just tap it in there. Um, and I'm going to chisel out like this area right here. Just to give it like a deep crease going. Have like a deep crease going and kind of just brush it like that. And I'm going to take another angled blush brush. This is by Alamar Cosmetics, I'm assuming, or Alamar Beauty. I don't know. It's a complexion brush. So just taking that and just like doing like this. Yeah, this is what I would do if I wanted to do like the whole like contouring deal. That's what I would do. But I'm really just trying to. I meant to put the brush away, not the damn bronzer. Just want to bronze. So on this side, I will just simply bronze as normal. That was that. Just all I did was just follow the three. You're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. Basically, is what you're doing when you bronze. Only the perimeters of your face. Only those areas. And the same thing goes with contouring. Contouring basically is just chiseling your face out. See how this is not very chiseled, it's just bronze. This side is more sharp. Like, oh, God damn it, I cut you. Now, I usually will put a little highlighter under here. Not highlighter, but a little bit of a highlight under there. And I'll do that with concealer. And just carve out the highlighted areas of my face, which is like under my cheek, on my chin here, my nose, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead up here, my cupid's bow, and that's it. And then I blend those things out. And I just kind of tap that and just take it up, take it up, take it up. Like that. Blend this here, blend on my nose. Squeezing my beauty blender, tapping this up as we go, blending out my forehead in a circular motion, and then blending down my nose again, like that. And then, of course, to set that in place, we take some of that baking powder we had before. I don't bake. I just, we're going to set this in place. And, ooh, that's too much. Just like that. And alongside my nose, dusting this off. We're going to finish up this eye look off camera, and I will be right back. Mascara is on, and of course, you can by all means leave this look just like this. Put your lipstick on, put your highlighter on, boom, color of the day. But I feel like for a nice soft glam look, it would be great to have some half lashes on. Where the hell my lashes at? My lashes are, I do believe, me personally, being still, I feel, a beginner myself, I feel like half lashes are a beginner's best friend. Half lashes and magnetic lashes are a beginner's best friend. These are my Shein lashes, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's not a full lash that goes all the way across your eye. It's quite literally going to sit like on the side here. This is the Nubian Lash Glue by Juvia's Place. I love to love this lash glue. Let me tell you why, and let me tell you how it's beginner friendly. Most glue, you have to wait for it to get tacky. But with this lash glue, you do not have to wait for that. I've put lashes on quite some time now, so not that I'm an expert, but I kind of know how to put them on now. I still struggle putting on lashes, so using a pair of tweezers is going to be your best friend. Putting on your lashes. Listen, let me move y'all in real quick. Don't look up when you're putting your lashes on. Look down, you know what I mean, as best you can, putting on your lashes, and it's best to have a mirror so you can see. You want to try to push your lashes down with the lash strip and get it on your lash line as best you can. Don't be afraid to go in there and grab that mug and move it. And just kind of press it with the tweezers. Don't stab yourself in the eye, of course. If you trust yourself enough, you can take the tweezers and squeeze it together with the tweezers as well. So there you go. Half lash, still looks nice and glam, still looks pretty, and it was half the time of trying to work the lash across your whole daggone eye. So I'm gonna put this other one on off camera and I'll be back. Lashes are on, my eye is watering, but we ain't worried about all that. We ain't worried about that. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. I'll put myself in the eye a little bit, but it's okay. Now I got all that out the way. I'm gonna go ahead and put my lips on. I feel like lips are pretty much self-explanatory, but we can go ahead and do this together. So right here, I have my NYX pencil, one of my favorite pencils. This is in the color Cold Brew. It's a brown lip pencil. I said we're going for a fall look. So with your lip pencil, just follow your lips. All right. Now that that's done, I'm going to do a bit of an ombre-ish kind of look. These two lipsticks are what I'm going to be putting on. This first one, they're both by Milani, actually. So I can get them into focus. These two are by Milani. One of them is a more matte one. It's called Matte Innocence. And the other one is called Bahama Beige. I've had these for a long time. I'm not sure they're still available. I believe they may be. Again, just like your lip liner, you're following your lips. And then I'm going to take Mad Innocence and I'm going to put that in the middle. Right here. Like that. I love Milani lipsticks because they're so soft and satin feeling, but still give that matte look. I'm gonna find a darker pencil because I do want to. I feel like I took away from the cold brew pencil, and I feel like it's not as dark as I would need it to be. So give me 1 second. This pencil duo is actually has a matte lipstick on the end in there, or matte satin lipstick, whatever, and there's a pencil on the other end. I'm going to use a pencil today. This is from Glam, which is Shein's makeup brand, and it is in the color Deep Caramel. This is what the pencil looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and use it. It's actually the same color as Cold Brew, but because it's more of a cream, it'll come out a little bit better. Okay, and to clean up around my mouth, I'm going to take this flat concealer brush. This is from Shein as well. But I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to clean up over here. So now that that's all done, I'm going to take this Glam highlighter. It's like a goldish color. I think it is just called gold. And I'm going to rub my finger in there. It is like a pomade, like very soft pomade. So I'm going to dust a little bit excess, and I'm just going to tap it right here in the areas that I want to have highlighter. I'm a blush bronzer highlighter whore. Let's just call it that. Like, I love blush bronzers and highlighters. I love it. I feel like it makes it look. I feel like if you don't put it on, especially blush, if you don't put it on, what really is wrong with you? Like, are you not having a good day today? Because I need to know so I can give you like a hug and have you, put the world back right like it's supposed to be. So again, I put it in my highlighted with concealer areas, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, on my chin, and up here where my temples are. I'm gonna set it with some setting spray. All right, so I'm gonna go get pretty, do some with these monstrous edges, and I will be back to close out the video. This is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Feel free to ask me any questions down below. I am open to answer all questions regarding the look, regarding which products to use. I still consider myself a beginner and I'm still learning as well. So any tips or tricks that you want to share, feel free to share those down in the comments and let me know what you think of this look and how it looks. If you liked it, do you want me to continue with these kind of tutorials? I am going to stop talking. Just be sure if you like my channel, if you do like my content, eventually I want you to subscribe, but do like and share because it does help me out with growing my channel. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.